Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for October. If you're new, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get all the messages I post each month. To my lovely loyal subscribers, welcome back guys. And let's see what we have for our lovely Sagittarius. Okay, October. Nearly coming up to your season. Look at you, feeling it. You're looking good. By the time natal Venus hits you, you'll be abundant, love will be upon you. This is like everything being drawn towards you. I'm not surprised. So it's like you're nearly ready to harvest. You're in this Empress energy. So if you've been doing the work on yourself, high vibrating, all these good things will be coming to you. If you've been working hard, karma is coming to pay you a visit. So let me explain. We're all working all the time, right? So if we're putting good out there, you can damn well believe that good is coming to you. You're about to harvest like never before. You're about to be blessed like never before. Because before, you wasn't consciously manifesting all these good things, right? And the opposite is true as well. If you talk about people badly or negatively and things like that, or you do bad, they're going to get their karma, right? Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, purple, whatever. Doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. These are all things that, are taught to us to divide us. None of that matters with karma. So if you've been saying, I've been struggling, I've been doing right, I've been a good person, I keep putting good out there, then good is about to be blessed upon you. You're about to be blessed like never before. This is riches, this is wealth, this is love, this is new beginnings, this is giving birth to a new world, new ideas. Really, really, really take advantage of that. I'm really stressing it on this card because look at the fields behind her. It's time to harvest them. It's time to cut your crop and, reap your reward here. And like I said, all of us are always working. So it doesn't matter. If you've been putting good out there, you've got good coming to you. If you've been putting bad out there, that's still working. Everybody who works gets paid. And it's payday. It's payday. So for those of you who have been good, huge blessings, big money, life of luxury money, okay? We're talking wealth. Not riches, we're talking wealth. And this can be even in the family way. This is Venus blessing you with love. Yeah, good for you. Oh, it might be a baby for somebody. So Princess of Pentacles here. So this is, look at this. Don't forget, once we've harvested, we're still working, right? So keep continuing to plant those new seeds. Look at it here. This is like, even having all this greenery behind you, we still put good out there. We don't get a reward and then stop planting seeds, right? So from something small comes all these blessings. So from one thing, one catalyst here that triggered you into who you are today, you will be rewarded. You will get paid. So this is somebody who, maybe even a love that looks like they're making something, sort of a small offer or a small gesture, turns into something very abundant. Some of you, it's good to learn new things, going back to school. Some of you might even be trying to learn a new language or travel here. Just because you have these blessings now. I feel like you're learning new cultures, and some of you might be a first-time parent or grandparent or something, right? Because you're learning here. The Page of Pentacles is about going to seminars, learning new things, going back to school, doing things it's needing to believe in yourself. If you put in the work, you get paid. So if you need to go back to school, it's time to go back to school, because right after harvest time, we start planting seeds again. And I always try to tell people when they say, it hasn't happened for me, don't confuse somebody else's harvest time with your sowing time. So know where you're at is you're biggest tool in the box to know whether, okay, I'm sowing seeds right now and I know this is coming to me. So that's the message I take. It's your own discernment, right? And if you know that I've been sowing these seeds, then you know these blessings are coming. It's that knowing that tips that manifestation scale and allows things to come your way. Allows you to be blessed in this way. This could be that somebody, blocked communication with you. It can be like a mother-child or father-daughter, whatever relationship going on, where there is a pentacle offered, where there is this olive branch offered. It could be that you are romantically involved here with somebody else who is younger than you, who also blocked you from being able to communicate with them. From that, you receive all these blessings. You learn self-love. You learn, how to love yourself and love others correctly, all because of this one thing. And it could have been something that might not feel as simple as somebody blocking you, but it was even something like that. Somebody blocked you, somebody wouldn't invest their time in you, brought a romantic relationship to an end. This shifted your entire energy. 10 of Cups is an ending, and we were talking about somebody blocking you romantically with an age difference here. So it's saying here that was your spiritual catalyst. That had to come to an end in order for all these blessings to come to you, because it caused you to wake up firstly, right? But it was the change you needed and wanted. Some of you dealing with childhood issues. This could be a representation of a family home and learning about, inner child issues. This is what brings you your blessings, when we're able to love our inner child, make it feel safe, so that we can plant new seeds, so that we can learn new things. This could be a romantic relationship, could have been the catalyst that made you look at everything from start, okay? Because we see this as a start. Well, I'm seeing this as a start, and I'm seeing this as an end point. So this could be realizing that there is no end. There is changes and shifts. I know I said the tens are about endings of cycles, but that's what you're doing. You're breaking these generational cycles and curses that, may have started in your own family, singling you out here. Because look at this, these lot are all together and happy and stuff. It looks like from the outside, and you could have been what I call the golden child. This could be you learning a new way to live and love others and your own family and your own offspring or generations to come after you. So it could have been your own relationship with your mother that made you have this spiritual catalyst here and change for your children, for their future. You brought this to an end because you didn't want to continue with this. Could have even been toxic bonding, toxic love here, the way you was raised. Children, they don't come with a handbook, but through each generation we will learn something new, something bad, something positive, and hopefully we're moving towards a better way, right? Nobody's ever going to do it right all the time. Not you, not I. And this is what we need to learn. We shouldn't take on shame, right? Because when we take on shame, let's say our parents, the generation above us or the generation above you, could have said, we don't tell things outside the family because it brings shame to our family or our home and things like that. So it's the people inside don't want to or don't get the help that they need because of shame. So it's like you've been singled out or shamed out of the family here, where you're making the changes. It were very difficult, even maybe very slow to make these changes. Maybe you're still doing it, but it's bringing around this abundant new beginning for you and those who come after you. So it definitely seems like more than just something romantic. It's like something that goes deep within, maybe even where you started. That's what I'm seeing here. So let's see. 10 of Cups. We're only on 3 cards. Gosh. So it's a time for new beginnings here. We have been in retrograde of, you know, a lot of planets being in retrograde, and Saturn's really been whooping our butt, making us stop, making us look, making us learn, making us appreciate and things like that. So now I see there is now also with Scorpio season just around the corner. So maybe the first half of October being Libra season really starts to bring justice, right? You know, things into balance. Those who have, we spoke about karma actually in the beginning, so it really starts to bring things into balance here and justice. And then October brings the shift and the change. So do remember that, you know, when one thing ends, another opportunity is presented. When one door closes, a window or two opens, right? A new direction. So we see you being able to initiate, take action, communicate how you couldn't before here, because we see maybe a blocking, or if it was childhood, maybe you didn't have the words as a child to speak to a mother. Don't want to blame mothers only, but I'm just saying it for this reading purpose, okay? But maybe you didn't have the words, they held you back, because pages are about words. And it could have been even a twin flame connection that woke you up here, because we see 2 pages, okay? So maybe you didn't have the words to speak to your mother and communicate without coming off as maybe a moaning child. You know, back then children were seen and not heard, and was classed as maybe naughty if they was creative in any way, and, you know, tried to make you dim to fit in and things like that. But now it's like a time where transformation can happen for you. Changes can be made in all these relationships, if you like, with your mother, father, family, friends, siblings, whatever. And we know once we go through that ending process with the death, that change has to come, right? After the ending, after the 10 of Cups, after the Death card, after the 10 of Cups comes the Ace of Cups. After the death comes the rebirth. So we can now see this initiation happening with the Princess of Wands. Somebody eager to speak, somebody excited and creative. If you are, you know, doing what you love in regards to work, this will lead to a life of abundance for you. Sorry, let me just see. Did one just turn over there? No, it kind of felt like it did. But yeah, so if you're doing something creative, or you'll be inspired to do something creative at this time, jump at the chance, right? Yeah, High Priestess, listen to your intuition, listen to your calling, because some of you at this time might feel like, oh, I've just lost my job. What are you talking about? All these abundance. I'm struggling financially. I'm only this princess, not an empress. Then listen to your intuition and follow what you're excited about, because that's your calling. Try to lead you to this life of abundance here with the Empress. Listen to the messages that you're being given by signs, communications, numbers, whatever it may be for you that is a sign for you, right? If you don't feel like you're getting any signs, ask for a sign. So the High Priestess here, 7 of Swords. So this can be even trust issues because of all that we spoke about, or it can be that it's self-doubt, negative thinking, all those sort of things. We can train ourselves to doubt, use negative words, because the swords are about thoughts and words, spoken words. So indecision, we know, will hold us back. Wanting to communicate with somebody but only wanting to win the argument rather than listen or hear to understand is a lose-lose situation. So you're cheating yourself, or they have cheated themselves out of this relationship because they were so worried about maybe even losing face that they was lying to themselves here. Of course, if we look at this, we can say your intuition could have told you that a connection, a romantic connection, somebody was cheating on you, which led to all of this awakening of your intuition, even of your abundance, and sowing seeds mindfully, right? Knowing what we put out there we get back. So sevens are about challenges. So the challenge right now could be for you negative thinking, doubting yourself, or having trust issues. These are things that we should look at. You might not trust your own intuition because of, you know, you was always told you was wrong. You was always told, hey, you're not good enough. Oh, you was always lied to. Even as a kid, they might have felt like we're just trying to keep our children happy and healthy, so we're not going to tell them the truth. So you could have been lied to about love growing up, and then, you know, things like that. It doesn't always have to be a negative childhood. It can be that we was lied to by our parents. So then when we grow into adult relationships, we have these trust issues because where's it all stemming from? You know, it starts with our parents, how we learn to love. And some of you may feel like your parents maybe even never loved you because of different love languages. If we look at the pages, of course they're different because we're using different decks, but maybe the way we was communicating our love to each other never really got the point across that I love you. So different love languages is very important when communicating with other people, not only stating our own love language, but listening to another person's, right? We can't always just have it our way. So maybe you've come to know that, and this is why it's a beautiful time for you to communicate. They may be even slower than you in communication or in spiritual beliefs or on your spiritual path. But I feel like you're both vibrating at the same energy for communication. Just be truthful to yourself, I feel, and you can't go wrong here. Queen of Wands. So again, this creativity, this beauty that we're seeing surround you, people being very attracted to you during October, maybe even receiving romantic offers. As I said, after the 10 of Cups, we do receive Ace of Cups. So we see somebody, you know, chasing you here with the Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands is hardly ever sat down at her throne. She is in this deck. So, you know, this shows me that, you know, this connection is obtainable. You're not running away from it. They're not running away from you here. So there's no runner-chaser dynamics going on. If we sit in our own energy honestly and our own communication honestly, we can then, you know, take action, move forward with this Queen of Wands energy. It's not a negative. For some, it can represent a star sign, Aries, Leo, or yourself, Sagittarius. It could represent, for some, a moment in time, because it's a general reading. People will ask when, who. So you might see certain things in a reading that, you know, says to you, okay, they're this sign or that sign or this sign, you know. So it could be that you was dealing with another fire sign here. Let's see. So the funny thing is we do have Aries, Leo and Sagittarius out in this reading. But yeah, let's see. Like I say, I see a time for action and creativity. To move towards your blessings here. 10 of Wands. So you could have been taking on huge projects and being really, really busy. Okay, so you can be getting a lot of work. Just remember that rest is just as important in regards to working and being balanced and being healthy. So we see a lot of things changing and shifting for you during October. I'm not surprised at all that a lot of changes coming to you. But for the better, because after the 10 of Wands, same as the 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands comes. Opportunities now coming to you. When we let go of our past, when we let go of our burdens, when we let go of things that are not serving us, we can then have opportunities, right? So I feel like if you are, your work is like self-employed or creative, you will have a lot of work to do during this time. So this is where we take that jump to abundance, right? Yep, good money energy with the 6 of Pentacles and balance coming in October with the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, don't be doing too much, but we see you maybe meeting your life partner here, making those sort of changes. King and Queen of Wands showing up in the reading. So like I said, they're both sat down here, interestingly. in this deck, that nobody's chasing and nobody's running from this connection, and that's the best way to do this. But we see we both started with as a page energy, and then we can both come into a healthier, higher vibration to allow this situation to move forward past these tens into these aces. Change, transformation at the end of October. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life, okay? So codependency, not relying on other people. It could have been a lesson that you was going through to make you happy, or stop looking outside of yourself to make you happy. I definitely feel that some of you have cut yourself off from others, thinking that, you know, that'll make you happy. If you're realizing at this time that, you know, I can't look for others to make me happy, but I can share my happiness with them, and they can share my happiness with me and add to my happiness, not make me happy, then we'll release that codependency energy. This is something that we could have been learning about. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, okay? So you might say, well, you know, there's nobody who likes me. It seems like there's people hanging off you here. You've just got to know it's safe for you to love. We've got to be open to love, because we see, you know, when a relationship is healthy and balanced, nobody's chasing, nobody's running, nobody's overly giving, nobody's overly taking. So trust your own intuition here, that when we let go of things that are not serving us, it makes way for things that are serving us and things that we do want, bringing in a healthy balance. So reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. If this is a twin flame connection, and you know, there was a lot going on in this reading, right? So I'm guessing that you've had a lot to learn. Codependency, childhood traumas, childhood lies, and then moving on to relationships, and relationships where people have lied or cheated and deceived you. And it's been a lot of burden up until this point in your life. So I feel like almost like reconcile with yourself first, and then know it is safe to love, and then allow another in. Because baby, you got success. You got blessings, guys. Good luck.